The idea for the playground was generated through both iterations of MAP. The overall purpose of the grant is going towards the big goal, which is to install a multi-generational playground here in 3rd Street Park. This specific grant will go towards the preliminary engineering, permitting, and any preliminary footings that are needed to actually install the playground. Even since the first iteration of MAP, it's always been to reimagine or to repurpose one of our medians in our park systems downtown. And in the refresh version, it actually put us right here in the middle of 3rd Street. Part of the implementation process was bringing Groundswell back to actually get on site and see the new space of where the park is suggested to be. They were really intentional about safety and also stretching the curb line to ensure that there's enough space between vehicular traffic as well as the play area. I really do think that they were intentional to make sure that this was not only a fun place, but a safe place. It's going to be a new attraction for downtown because what parent, and also what kid at heart like myself would not love a playground that incorporates several different acts of play, steps from our favorite downtown eateries and shops. The Downtown Challenge has been the single most transformative resource in Macon's revitalization history. We have a renewed civic pride, and because of the implementation through the Downtown Challenge of crowdsourcing, now people are choosing to be a part of Macon's present, understand her past, but also have great expectation for her future. And that in large part is because of the MAP, the resources, and then most importantly because of the Downtown Challenge existence.
It occurred to me standing in the middle of Mulberry Street last June that our crosswalks could use some work. And with all of the performing arts venues downtown, this is a perfect opportunity for us to tell Macon's musical heritage through our crosswalks. The crosswalks will be painted with musical bars and notes that correspond to familiar tunes and lyrics. Each crosswalk will have a QR code posted on the street corner to interpret for locals and visitors how this particular song or artist fits into our Macon musical heritage. And then it will allow the user to link outside to Spotify or Apple Music so that they can enjoy the song on their own time. We selected these 3 intersections, Cherry Street, Mulberry Street, and Cotton Avenue, because of their proximity to our favorite downtown performing arts venues that draw the largest crowds. Many people park on Mulberry Street and Cherry Street using church parking lots and city-owned lots and then walk to these venues. And we want it to be a safe but also artistically enhanced crosswalk for them to enjoy our city. In addition to our members from Mulberry Street United Methodist, we've also invited our community neighbors downtown to lend their employee workforce to join us on our paint day with Bike Walk Macon. The Downtown Challenge has revolutionized downtown Macon. It has opened opportunities for the common man and woman to be involved in radical change that will forever impact our community. Nothing has been left uncovered, and we are forever grateful to the people who had the vision of what we could make of our downtown Macon and who had the vision to endow us with this wonderful gift, for which we say thank you for believing in us and our ability to bring about the change that we need to have an outstanding downtown Macon.
The name of our grant is called STREAM. STREAM means science, technology, reading, engineering, arts, and math. We have certain components in this program. We offer the virtual reality, the podcasting, and we want to move into some other things that actually develop literacy into our children. So in this particular grant, we started with the music, added chorus, added virtual reality. So now we're adding our recording studio, where they will actually learn how to work the software as well as doing the recording in the studio with some of their own pieces that they put together themselves.
The grant will provide us with possibilities for a mobile keyboard lab. The mobile lab is important because we can travel from community to community. They don't have to travel to Pleasant Hill, but we can travel all over the city to the community centers. So, just give them the foundations and how to move across the keyboards and talking the language of music. The Downtown Challenge Grant is so important because it gives us the ability to buy the supplies that we need.
Pleasant Hill is a neighborhood with children that really can't afford a lot of things. Well, they come to us, they don't have to have anything. I would like to say thank you to the Community Foundation of Central Georgia because they made everything that we're doing possible. They put into this community, pour into the hearts of the children in this community, giving children the hope that they can do and be something.
We are here to give children hope. And hope is free, but programming costs money that our children just don't have in this community. So this grant will enable us to help give these children hope, to give them a focus of future.
Downtown hosts Hot Glass is a grant in which all the glassblowing studios in Macon can work together to put on demonstrations for the public. It's all the glassblowing studios in Macon, not only my personal studio, which applied for and secured the grant, but I want to share this opportunity with the 567 and their artists and Startup Studios and their artists as well. Where I instruct at the 567, we offer classes once a month on hot glass sculpting and hot glass blowing, and the community loves it. Not only did they never expect to get the chance to blow glass or sculpt glass themselves, but most people don't realize that we have not only one glass blowing studio in Macon, but 3. My hope with this project is that more people in and right around Macon will know that we have a growing glass community where they can go to different shops in downtown, see glass blowing, buy glass that's made locally by artisans right here in Macon, and learn from Macon artists how to blow glass. My plan is to offer this in conjunction with other downtown Macon events to help support and promote local businesses and arts facilities at some of these downtown Macon events. I think that we could really incorporate glass blowing demonstrations as well to show them Macon's glass community is growing. The Downtown Challenge is so important for the Macon arts community because it gives different voices an opportunity to share their own perspective through the arts, and that informs the public on what opportunities and artistic endeavors are going around in downtown Macon and by Macon artists. I've seen so many different projects I wouldn't have expected to see done by local artists who I didn't know about previously, and showcasing spaces in Macon that I didn't realize existed.
This grant is the Pleasant Hill Strategic Plan Implementation Grant. We started out with the first grant, which was really to talk to community members so that we could have a community-driven strategic plan in order to really draw up changes and direction for the challenges that we have been having in the neighborhood. And so this grant really looks at being able to implement some of the strategies that were created in the first plan. We were able to do a lot of sessions where we were doing community events, but residents were also able to come out and take a part in the study. We even got the youth involved to be able to talk about their vision of the neighborhood. And so that was super helpful because we were able to kind of outline what actual strategies we wanted to do to improve things like basic needs, public safety, education, infrastructure, and road safety. So phase 2 is super important because it's actually looking to enhance the neighborhood organization. So we're doing a lot of board development. We're doing a lot of engagement opportunities for the residents themselves so that we can continue to celebrate the brand that is Pleasant Hill, but also be able to improve resident capacity, but also resident involvement in the long term. The Downtown Challenge has really made an impact in the Pleasant Hill community for several reasons. Looking at the ability to do strategic planning, I think it's super important as a whole to be able to say, this is our vision of our community, and to create a plan and provide the resource to move forward and create action on that. So I'm super excited about what it's been able to do, not only in Pleasant Hill, but in Macon as a whole. thank you to the Downtown Challenge grant.
There are mural festivals all across the country, and I thought, that is a great way to brand Macon as a creative city and to give us some more of the wonderful street art and muraling that has been popping up over the last several years. The goal of the festival is to brand Macon as a vibrant community and to instill a sense of community pride for the residents who live here and help them tell their story through murals as well. So we're looking at probably a Thursday to Sunday festival where there will be some opportunities for free paint for muralists to come from all over the country. And then there will also be an opportunity for a featured artist. And that's the majority of what the grant will be used to pay for a featured artist to come and paint a curated mural somewhere in the downtown urban core that will give us some credibility outside of Central Georgia as a festival. The grant also included for us to hire a coordinator. So we're working with Colin Pendorf, who also works for the 567 and Triangle Arts Macon. Certainly Triangle will play a big role. They're part of one of our partners, and working with our local artists as well to make sure that we give everyone an opportunity to show their creativity. And then going forward, the festival will be sustained by businesses who sign on to bring someone in to paint part of their business, or they could perhaps fund for a mural to be painted somewhere else. The Downtown Challenge grants have been fantastic. It's amazing to see the difference in what downtown Macon looks like and feels like over the last several years, especially as far as creativity goes. We've had a number of galleries open. We have artists showing their work around town. We have more public art. We are so appreciative of Peyton Anderson Foundation, Community Foundation, and Knight Foundation for recognizing that individuals and organizations have great ideas that can fulfill the priorities listed in the Macon Action Plan and make Macon a much better and more vibrant and creative place to live.